This story comes out of northern Maine and follows Sean, a park ranger, and his friend Tyler, who experienced something during a winter camping trip they still can't explain. So it was mid January, and Sean, an off duty ranger with years of experience in the Maine wilderness, invited his childhood friend Tyler for a weekend in the remote backcountry of Baxter State Park. Both were experienced outdoorsmen and had camped in the snow before, but this trip was supposed to be their first multi night excursion in the deep winter. They set up their camp near a frozen lake. The weather forecast had called for light snow, nothing they weren't prepared for. The first night was uneventful. They built a fire, cooked a meal, and turned in early as the light snow began to fall. But around 3 a.m., Sean was jolted awake by a strange sound. It was kind of like branches snapping, followed by a deep, low grunt. He nudges Tyler, and he's like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? But before Tyler could even answer him, right, a sudden gust of wind slammed against their tent. And it's like the temperature just seemed to drop sharply. Within minutes, the snowfall turns into a blizzard. The wind was howling and the snow began piling up fast around the tent's walls. The two just decided to stay put till morning because it was too dangerous to try to hike out. As they sat in their sleeping bags, they began to hear this noise, heavy and deliberate footsteps circling their tent. And it wasn't the wind. It was something massive moving just outside. The steps would stop for long stretches. Then they would start again from a different direction, as though whatever it was stalking them. Sean whispered, like, hey, maybe this is a moose, maybe it's some kind of animal. But Tyler, shook his head and he's just like, no, it's just too quiet between the steps. Animals out here like moose don't walk like that. And then came a deep growl. The sound sent a jolt of fear through both of them. Tyler gripped the hatchet he kept in his pack and was scared out of his mind, he said. After what felt like hours, the footsteps faded. When daylight finally broke, they cautiously unzipped their tent and looked out. The storm had passed, and the woods were eerily still. But all around their tent were massive footprints in the snow, far larger than any humans and with a stride too long to be a bear. The prints circled the tent several times before leading off into the trees. The two quickly packed up and hiked out, constantly scanning the tree line, as if like looking for something. They didn't see or hear anything else on the way back, but they never forgot that night. Sean still keeps a photo of those prints on his phone that were posted online. Online forums claim it was a Bigfoot. I've worked these woods for years, he said, and that wasn't human, and it wasn't a bear, and whatever it was, it shouldn't have been out there in a storm like that. Have you ever experienced anything crazy like this? Let me know in the comments below.